Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to a special double feature of Manga After Dark. Sorry I was away last week. So again, my day job, I'm a scientist, so I was at a scientific conference presenting my work. So I wasn't able to present last week's chapter. So I haven't read last week's chapter, and also 1067 dropped recently as well. So we're gonna do both 1066 and 1066 and 1067 today in a double feature Manga After Dark. You're welcome. I do love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Hope y'all are doing well, because another edition of Manga After Dark is upon us. So without further ado, let's dive right into the chapter of 1066, Will of Ohara. German 66 Cold-Blooded Voyage Volume 23. Returning to Germa with company. So I'm guessing that's Caesar they're returning with. Okay. A shock to the whole crew. What are you saying? A futuristic city like this existed in the distant past? This is just conjecture. So you see all the fucking future shit. Looks like a bunch of, see like a giant like wine bottle and shit. See like a giant gator in the background. I once knew a passionate archaeologist who was willing to risk his life to shed light on a certain ancient kingdom. Not only that, but a certain site, machinery was excavated that was dated back to the same era as the kingdom. So this is Robin. Are you saying that machinery was created during the Void Century? Then we got Shaka. You tell me. Nami, you know something about this, Robin? No doubt it's a painful memory, but 22 years ago, your home of Ohara was eradicated by a buster call. I think that happened because Ohara uncovered the details of that kingdom's existence, Shaka continued. I believe the history of the Void Century is the history of a conflict, one between an alliance of 20 nations and this forgotten advanced kingdom. The victorious 20 went on to form the world government and shape history as we know it. Ooh, he's giving the details. And to ensure that the ideas of the ancient kingdom wouldn't live on, they erased every trace of it from history. So Nami's shocked, covering her face. What? That's crazy. Usopp, what, is this for real? Frankie, whoa, what an epic and romantic tale. Then we got Sanji. Hang on, Vegapunk. You mean everyone who knows about this? Then Shaka gets eliminated indeed. They all yell, then why did you tell us? Yeah, I can't unhear it. Usopp's banging his head on the fucking ground trying to give himself CTE. Come on, brain, forget. You didn't hear anything. Like I said, this is just conjecture. Shaka continues. So tell me, Nico Robin, if I am right, and that discovery is why Ohara was wiped out, then wouldn't the government's actions be tantamount to a confirmation? Then Robin, why are you asking about this? The scholars did devise a theory after all their extensive research, but wouldn't someone as high up in the government as you know about it already? Shaka responds, I'm afraid government affiliations make no difference. I'm kept in the dark like everybody else. Even bringing this topic up to them would result in my immediate erasure. Then Usopp, then stop telling us this is just torture. Let us out of here. Robin, if that's true, how could you know they were researching that kingdom? All the books and materials on Ohara, and they were. Then Shaka, the will of Ohara lives on. Shaka continues, that day shocked the world. In a single night, Ohara, the island renowned for its love of knowledge, was wiped out save for one little girl. The scholars were labeled devils, dissidents, who plotted to overthrow the government. Robin's getting emotional as he's recounting this. A few months after the incident, I paid a visit of one of my own to the scorched earths of Ohara. I was acquainted with Professor Clover, the foremost authority on archaeology. I figured I should at least leave some flowers for him. Then Robin, you knew Professor Clover? His obsession with the Void Century fueled his adventurous lifestyle, searching for relevant text all over the world. Oh, he was a pirate. The Marines incarcerated him on at least 10 occasions by the time he settled down. He was the world's most famous archaeologist. Shaka continues. Over time, countless scholars were drawn to him, and they all flocked to O'Hara. It truly became the holy land of archaeology. Unfortunately, the aftermath of those talented minds coming together would prove tragic. The fuck is that? When I stepped foot on O'Hara, even the trees of knowledge had been burned to cinders. I was speechless when I saw it. Is that Vegapunk? What is that in his head? Huh? What? But the lake at the center of the island had been filled with an unbelievable number of books. Then, so he's like, what in the world? I could only assume that it was the work of the scholars. They must have dedicated their final moments to ensuring that the future had access to their treasure trove of knowledge. They saved all the books? That's wild. If any Marines did discover the books, they were apparently too ignorant to understand their value and left them be. O'Hara had triumphed over them. When I realized that, I couldn't stop myself from crying, and Robin's tearing up as well. So Robin's having a flashback. Please take care of Robin. Make sure she escapes the island. So this is Robin's mom. I still have a duty to see here. Then Robin, Mommy, I don't want to leave you. Let me stay too. Save the books. Get the reference materials out of the library. Robin, history is our greatest treasure. It must be preserved. We can't just give up on your future. Mommy! Be proud, Robin. Your mama's an honorable woman. O'Hara stood up to the world. Bang, bang. Damn. So Robin's crying. There's tears dropping. You helmet-wearing bastard. How dare you make Robin cry? That's it, Vegapunk. You better release these shoes. Vegapunk? It's just as you said. They came to the same conclusion about the kingdom before the incident. I see. So it's true. So it's all true, said Shaka. Where are the books from the lake now? I really wanted to take them back to Punk Hazard, but if I knew the top brass ever caught wind, it would be all over. So instead, they were taken by the people I saw that day. Uh-oh. O'Hara West blew 22 years ago, few months after the Buster Call incident. Someone else is visiting the debris. Giants? Alright, let's pull them up. Who are they? What should I do? What is up with Vegapunk's head? Do they have any idea how important those books are? It's been a while, Vegapunk. As usual, that head of yours makes you stand out. What's in his tongue? What? Is that you? That's Vegapunk's face? Dragon? Finally! Dragon, what are you doing here? That's my line. Your head definitely looks like it's got... What is up with the head? That's my line. Your head definitely looks like it's gotten a good bit bigger. I knew, old man Clover. Monkey D. Dragon, head of the Freedom Fighters, 33 years old. You too? I know he was once a bit of a hooligan roaming the seas, but all that nonsense about him trying to destroy the world, it's blatant propaganda. Dr. Vegapunk, head of Punk Hazard Laboratory, 43 years old. So Dr. Vegapunk is, 65 years old. That head! Are you... What? Are you worried about the giants? They're not scavengers. I had a word with them just now. It seems they're from Elbaf, and they're fully aware of the value of those books. Their captain was a strange giant wrapped from head to toe in bandages. Their captain? Who the fuck is that? He said O'Hara sacrificed itself for those Saul? Wait, whoa. Is Saul still alive? Wait a minute. What? He said O'Hara sacrificed itself for those treasures, and it couldn't let them be erased from history. After seeing a government lackey like you lurking about, I'm glad they're here to scoop them up and keep them safe. Then Vegapunk, hey, you know I never. Then Dragon continues, you passed on joining the Freedom Fighters a while ago, but it still made me sick to hear about you becoming one of their lapdogs. Vegapunk, don't be stupid. Your ragtag operation was always too poor. What good are my skills and intellect if I can't actually build anything? Facts. As a scientist, resources are everything in the world of science. Science is paid to motherfucking play. I know. You're as blunt as ever. So Vegapunk continues, the Rogue government is an insanely huge organization. There are plenty of decent people on the inside that can be reasoned with, especially in the Navy. Don't lose sight of that goal, Dragon. So they left flowers by the O'Hara wood. I get it, but I can't just sit back after this. It's too damn much. Those harmless scholars were brutally snuffed out just for questioning their authority. It's a farce. I'm going to raise an army that can fight them head on. So the Revolution Army was started 22 years ago after a discussion with fucking Vegapunk. I thought you hated war, said Vegapunk. Just watch, Vegapunk. I'll change the world. The will of O'Hara won't die with Clover. So then says Shaka. And within a year, he, Emporio Ivankov, and Bartholomew Kuma founded the Revolutionary Army, which continues to shake the world to this day. So 22, 21 years ago was the start of the Revolutionary Army. We see the OGs looking go. Oh, shit. Man, we need to get Kuma back, man. Bruh. When Kuma gets back, he's gonna be nasty. I just can't wait. Updated Kuma with the updated One Piece battle mechanics. Whew. So this is Nami. Wow, Luffy's dad sounds intense. This is Usopp. Did you say Elbaf? Facts! We need to get to Elbaf. Then this is Robin. Professor Clover's fate motivated Dragon. Then this is Frankie. My head's gonna blow. Why did Kuma help us? Why did you modify him so much, Vegapunk? Sanji. Eva. That bastard was one of the founding members of the Revolutionaries. And this is Shaka. The books from O'Hara certainly couldn't be left to be found by the government, but my curiosity compelled me to make a discreet trip to Elbaf where the books were taken, and they allowed me to read each and every one of them. In other words, I took everything O'Hara uncovered about the world secret and memorized it. It's all in my head, and I've continued their research. That's why they're going to snuff this nigga out. That's why. So Robin's crying. That giant captain, he's called Saul, isn't he? Saul is alive! He's in hiding now, so I can't confirm anything. So Robin's crying and she's smiling. Thank you, Dr. Vegapunk. Thank you for not letting O'Hara's sacrifice be in vain. Shaka continues. I try to help progress every field of thought possible. It's my nature as a scholar. And like their feet are, it says Ween Wa, and while the shoes are moving on their own. I can't release you just yet. Follow me. So he's like moving them forward. There's something I want to show you. Junkyard Egghead's fabrication stratum. Chopper's there. No way to get in. Oh, it must be the type that moves on its own. Move, Robo. So they're yelling at it. Does it need a special command? Maybe we've just got to say its name. Move, Robonosuke. Move, Robo King. You guys are such kids. Ain't no way it's moving. Blah. It's like vibrating, huh? The robot's gonna blow. Save me, Quasar. No good. It's another debacle. Someone please save me, Quasar. Who's that? Perhaps space-time bent mid-warp. Wait, huh? What the? There's a guy like Kinemon there. I'm sinking, and Luffy's like, is that Vegapunk? I'm sinking. I gotcha. Sorry. It's him. Much obliged. You're Dragon's boy, right? You knew you'd come. Good job on making it. Oh my, Bonnie, dear me, you sure have gotten big. It's splendid to see you're all full of vigor. What, old man, you're floating. Vegapunk, said Bonnie. You can float too, you know. What? Oh, they're wearing the shoes. Those down shoes you're wearing have a nifty hover function. See here, press the button and grab the lever. And give it a big old push. Like this, so they're pressing the button. No way! Gadzooks, we've flown too far! Luffy, save us, Quasar! The humble genius appears. Dr. Vegapunk, the man with the biggest brain in the world, leader of the Navy SSG Special Science Group 1066 End. So he surgically cut off part of his head. And like it's not normal, but it's like nowhere near what the fuck it was. And there's like an apple top on it. Interesting. So this was a fucking awesome chapter. So we got the origin of revolutionary armies. We got the fact that the Ohara scholars saved all their fucking books. They saved all their fucking books. Shaka has all the knowledge absorbed in his head. The giants of Elbaf have the library. So we have to go to Elbaf. That's a fact. So the world government is going to find out somehow that all the shit's at Elbaf. And I'm guessing we're going to have a giant fucking war at Elbaf. Because the government's like, nah, we got to burn all them books. Like we good old Southern boys, we burning them books. They going to burn them books. And the Strike's like, nah, you ain't burning them books. Because Robin's like, nah, you ain't burning them books. Yo, this is a goated chapter. We get Sanji getting the understanding that Ivankov is a revolutionary. Saul is fucking alive. We see Saul wrapped in bandages here. This is fucking amazing. So Aokiji didn't kill Saul. So I'm confused where Aokiji fits in all of this puzzle. Like puzzle wise, not necessarily certain what Oda's going to Aokiji. Like he's like the perfect puzzle piece in the story. Like of all the predictable outcomes, I think Aokiji's future is the hardest to predict. Like he's pro Navy, anti-world government. We could say that kinda. I think that's safe to say. We shall see. But he's apparently rolling with Blackbeard. Is he an undercover agent with sword? Possibly. Would Blackbeard be stupid enough to not realize that? He shouldn't be. So Blackbeard might know Aokiji is on some fuck shit, but it's like, yo, you're strong, so I don't care what type of fuck shit you're on. I'm strong enough to deal with it. Join us. Like, this is crazy. Like, yo, this was an awesome chapter. There was a lot in this chapter. Vegapunk's fucking head. Jesus Christ. And so, like, a lot of people are like, oh, how does Vegapunk know all this information? Like, is he like hundreds of years old? No, he's 65 years old. It's just that he read all of the information that the Ohara scholars have discovered, and he has it stored in his head. So that's how he has 500 plus years of knowledge. We got that explanation. Jesus Christ. That was an awesome chapter. 1066 was awesome. That was a easy 10 out of 10, soft 10 out of 10. So let's dive right into 1067. Punk Records. Germa 66 Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 24. I forget, who are you again? Judge versus Caesar. Yo, Caesar, don't take that disrespect. Who are you again? Nah, man. Caesar, don't take that disrespect, dog. We got the German kids in the background looking. A most curious head. What happened to your head? It used to be like a massive light bulb. It was getting a tad too long, so I cut it. We're not talking about your hair. As I recall, I was almost as tall as a giant when I met you. What? Huh? As I recall, I was almost as tall as a giant. No. That's absurd. His head was... What? That's absurd. As I recall, I was almost as tall as a giant when I met you. Jinbei, I heard rumors about it being big, but it was like an air balloon. Well, that's because I ate the brain fruits. Ouch. Translation note. In Japanese, he gets tongue-tied trying to say the fruit's name. Nomi, nomi, no me. Nomi, nomi, no me. Ha! So he ate the brain fruit. Pardon me, I bit my tongue. I meant to say I am a brainy human because I ate the brain fruit. It allows me to memorize an unlimited amount of knowledge. That's a broken fruit. And it makes my brain grow in size accordingly. Ugh. Having an unlimited data bank is a handy ability for a born genius like me. Now I have the largest brain in the world and it continues to grow. Luffy, still. Did you put it somewhere? Yeah, where the fuck he put his brain? So Chopper, that's awesome. Have you got tons of medical knowledge too, Dr. Vegapunk? He responds naturally. Chopper, whoa, Chopper buff. We're getting a Chopper buff. Chopper buff. We're getting a Chopper buff. Let's go. Chopper, whoa. Luffy, does that mean you're dumb now, old guy, because you cut your brain out? And Vegapunk, don't write off a genius, you rascal. See this apple here? It's an antenna. Take a gander at the top of the island. Notice how it says Punk Records under the giant egg? That's the hangar where I keep my brain. What? Isn't that way too big? There's no harm in me being away from it, since my antenna can pick up the brain waves. So alright. So biologically, destroy the brain, you destroy the body. So basically, once CP0 finds out that the brain is somewhere else, this is like, stop Lucci from destroying this location type mission. Because like, I don't see how the Strides should struggle fighting these people. Like, I'm sorry. Low diff, Luffy should low diff. I'm sorry. We love Lucci. I know we love him. Luffy should low diff this man. This shouldn't be a challenge. Like, this shouldn't be like. He should be able to conquer Haki knockout this dude. I'm sorry. Luffy should be able to conquer his Haki knockout Lucci, in my opinion. He was fighting Kaido 1v1. Stop it. Stop it. So like, there has to be a gimmick to the fucking fight. There ain't no... You cannot convince me in a 1v1 scenario Lucci can fight Luffy. Stop it. Maybe all fucking 9 of them versus Luffy. Maybe. Maybe. Stop it. Stop it. Don't play, Oda. Don't play with me like this, Oda. Don't you dare have Lucci somehow be like Yonko Commander plus level, Admiral level, dude. Stop it. Oda, stop it. Oda, don't do it. Don't you do it. So it has to be a gimmick to the fight. And then the gimmick is destroy the brain, you destroy the Vegapunk. So protect this location from Cyberpool. That could be a fun, interesting battle. I just don't think Lucci can fight Luffy 1v1. I don't think that makes sense. I'm sorry. There's no harm in me being away from it since my antenna can pick up the brainwaves. You met a little girl earlier who called herself Vegapunk, right? That's one of my clones. There are 6 on the island. Luffy, you're a ninja? Each one is a facet of myself and an expert of their own key field of study. You'd get my full personality if you combine them, but they can get 6 times the work done apart. What the? Each one of them connects to Vegapunk Records once a day to synchronize our memories and knowledge. Since their dispositions and responsibilities are so different, the wealth of their experience is that much greater. So we got the roll call. Vegapunk 01, Logic, Shaka. Vegapunk 02, Evil, Lilith. Vegapunk 03, Flare, Edison. Vegapunk 04, Wisdom, Pythagoras. Vegapunk 05, Wrath, Atlas. Vegapunk 06, Desire, York. Then Luffy's like puzzled. Jinbei, you all share the same brain. I find it difficult to wrap my head around that. So Vegapunk, just think of it as sharing the same library. If only I could let everyone in the world connect to my brain, all of humanity would have access to my knowledge. Ooh, Shanks! That Conquerosaki, Wakisaki bullshit that Shanks could do. If Shanks had this library, woo, he be snitching on everyone. Shanks would be snitching on everyone. Oh no. So Vegapunk continues. Then if the population of the world went on to update punk records themselves, it'd create a sea of information that surpassed what my brain can accomplish alone. Humanity would share one mind. Chopper's getting hard eyes. So I'd be able to study medicine from all over the world. Vegapunk, naturally. Whoa! Jinbei, but if we let everyone share their conflicting ideologies, wouldn't all that bias lead to trouble? So Vegapunk, you sure are a sharp one, Knight of the Sea, but science would never progress if you spent all day worrying about stuff like that. Pet. That's your problem, Vegapunk. This is Bonnie. You shrug off sacrifices in the name of progress. That's why my dad's been turned into a heartless weapon. She's pulling out the laser sword. Vegapunk, well, stop it, Bonnie. That's a beam saber. It's defective. Give it a rest. I know it cuts well enough. I tested it earlier. Turn my dad back to normal. If you even think about saying no, don't be hasty, Bonnie. Killing him would make you a lot of enemies, said Jinbei. Hit the off switch, Bonnie. That beam attracts a ludicrous number of bugs. Huh? Bonnie goes, huh? And there's like a giant swarm. Yeah. Kia. Crack. What? There's like lightning. Check it out, Bonnie. Bonnie's like passed out. A giant stag beetle. This isn't the time for beetles. Look at her. She fainted. Did Luffy only some Conqueror's Haki? Wait a minute. Did Luffy just drop some Conqueror's Haki? Or is that Bonnie? So you see, Kia, lightning cracks. But it's not like black lightning. Then like all the bugs are on the ground. Bonnie's passed out. Either Luffy drops some Conqueror's Haki or Bonnie drops some Conqueror's Haki. I don't know. Maybe it was some tech. So Luffy, check it out, Bonnie. A giant stag beetle. Chopper, this is the time for beetles. Look at her. She fainted. Then we got Vegapunk. That makes perfect sense. Of course Bonnie wants me dead. It's ironic that one of my many failures saved me. Many failures. Speaking of which, you guys were recently in Wano, correct? You wouldn't happen to know whether a dragon just like Kaido really appeared there. Then Luffy, oh, you're talking about Momo. I suppose he ate a defective fruit I left on Punk Hazard, said Vegapunk. Luffy, defective? What do you mean? Yeah, that shit wasn't defective. Cap asshole. As I said, like Vegapunk knew it worked. He just like, I can't get this shit to the world government. Or maybe he didn't know it worked. I don't know. Let's continue. So Vegapunk, that was an artificial devil fruit I synthesized. I made it after 20 years of researching Kaido's lineage factor. It cost countless resources, but I couldn't get it quite right. Oh, so that's why he's the same as Kaido, but it worked out just fine. Huh? Oh, so this is Luffy saying this is how he got the fruit. So then Luffy continues. He can still spit fire, and he's super strong. He's the guardian deity of Wano now. You really made that awesome. Oh, shout out to, I think, King of Lightning. So King of Lightning's always said that Vegapunk's issue is that it was pink, not blue. So Vegapunk and his color, Luffy, pink. Shout out to King of Lightning. Shout out to King of Lightning. So Vegapunk's bashing his head on the ground. Drat, you see another monumental failure. Arg. Then Luffy, what's wrong with that? Jinbei, I get it. He's a genius and a perfectionist. What about this robot? You made it too, right? Old man? Make it move. Then Vegapunk, I'm afraid you're mistaken. This isn't the legendary Iron Giant that attacked the Holy Land of Mary Joy's. I'm sorry. Reread that slower. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This is a legendary Iron Giant that attacked the Holy Land of Mary Joy's about 200 years ago. They all go 200 years ago? Yes, but it was built over 900 years ago. What? No way. Its objective remains unknown. I heard it ran out of power before it could cause any casualties. Either way, I'm sure the scientists of the time were absolutely flabbergasted. Such advanced technology would have seemed totally alien to them. None of them could tell where it came from or what it was trying to do. It seems the world government ordered its destruction, but the scientists of the time couldn't help their curiosity. Jinbei's looking on perplexed. That's why they hid it here to be passed down without the government's knowledge. Good job on finding this place from the town. The entrance should look like a wall. Then Luffy, we just stumbled here since we were all old and senile. Then Chopper, yeah, we were playing Old Lost. Oh, that's a shame. 200 years ago, that's around the time. Oh, so this is back to Shaka. They're all watching on the monitor. Oh, they're watching the rest of the crew on the monitor. 200 years ago, that's around the time the Fishermen's Rights Movement started to gain ground. So translation, this might be referenced to chapter 620. So you're saying that robot climbed the red line? Wow. Most likely. I created Vegaforce 01 based on what I learned from it, but I lack the scientific prowess to reverse engineer every aspect of it. Frankie Buff, it's difficult to believe that this mechanized soldier was made over 900 years ago. Frankie, there's something even you couldn't recreate? So Shaka, its power source. In the past, they had a power source that could upend our modern ideas of what's possible. Nami, well, at any rate, it's good to know Luffy and the others are okay. Who's that girl, though? That's Jewelry Bonnie. She's a pirate. Then Sanji, I thought the one we saw before was a little girl. And the way Vegapunk's head work is crazy. I truly did a terrible thing to Bonnie. Yeah, you should get down and beg her to forgive you, old man, said Luffy. So Chopper's tending to her. You young dolt, like you know anything about it. There's something I have to give her. Regardless, I feel like fate brought you here today, Straw Hat Luffy. Please, can you take me away from Egghead? Huh? Kiao? This is Cypherpole. We're requesting entry to Egghead. What poorly trained pets. So all the fucking giant sea beasts are being destroyed. Woo! Looking beastly. Reports indicate that Julia Bonnie was spotted making her way here too. That pest keeps slipping away from us. She served her purpose. Let's just terminate her on sight. What was her purpose? Who did she make young? So we got all the fucking CP, the main cats of the CP zero with the beastly looking Kuma, Seraphim in the background. Shaka, there's a government ship. It'd be bad if they found us harboring pirates. What does CP0 want with us? And why did they bring Rob Lucci? Then got Lilith. I say we just hand over this riffraff. I say we just hand this riffraff over. After all, that Lucci fellow's an assassin, right? Then the Straw Hats, what? Rob Lucci? Hey, hurry up and give us our legs back. No, that guy's still around, said Usopp. Then Nami, you can't let him in. Then we got fucking Sanji. Don't you worry, Robin-chan. I'll protect you no matter how many times he comes back. Then we got Shaka. Tell them to hand over the Seraphim and leave. We're declining their request to dock. I doubt agents of the world government will respond to that. Respond well to that. So be prepared to battle. Facts. Shaka's logic. If Rob Lucci is here, they're there for smoke. It ain't no fucking nah. You don't bring Rob Lucci. You don't bring Rob Lucci to my island, dog. Nah, you here for smoke. Fuck you mean? Kamabaka Kingdom ground line. Dragon-san. Kuma-san's acting weird. So we got Lindbergh. Kuma-san, wait. We're trying to repair you. Kuma-san, what's wrong? He's still being controlled by the Navy. So Kuma's like trying to get up. He's all like fucking, there's like smoke coming out of his mouth. You see all the fucking gears are hanging out and shit. Koala, Kuma-san, where are you? Kuma's running. Kuma-san, where are you going? You're in no state to try to be moving like that. You're still not yourself. And Kuma's like bleeding. He just falls to the ground. Kuma's a goat and he's getting back up. Yeah, get up, man. Yeah, that's right, Kuma. What's with him? I don't know. Kuma's like huffing. Huff. Huff. They're yelling, Kuma. Bang. Kuma-san, come back. And he collapses again. Then Dragon, talk to us, Kuma. Where do you want to go so bad? Stay with us. So this is Ivanka. Stay with us. We are not done fighting. The Revolutionary Army is just getting started. I'm mad that this panel, let's go! Talk your talk, Eva. Talk your talk. We've been disrespecting revolutionaries for far too long. Dragon, get hype. People have been talking mad shit about you, Dragon. Get hype. People have been saying you weak, you ain't shit, you the weakest father of all of in manga. You can't let this shit slide. Nah. We got the fucking original founders, the trio, back together. Let's ride. Let's go. Let's go. A mad dash to wear. One Piece chapter 1067 and break next week. Let's go. The Revolutionary Army's just getting started. Title of the fucking review. Let's go. Okay. Another 10 out of 10. Back-to-back 10 out of 10. Always in his bag as always. Again, we got a lot in this chapter. We got explanation of what the Iron Giant is. It traveled the fucking Red Line 200 years ago. Built 900 years ago. We got fucking an explanation of how Vegapunk's brain works. The brain fruit. The know me. That's fucking amazing. And his head is massive. Jesus Christ. And it was as big as a giant when he last saw Bonnie. And he built a fucking giant structure to house it. This is fucking amazing. Shaka's running things like a fucking amazing point guard. So he knows that if Lucci's there, smoke is about to happen. There's about to be a smoke show, so he's ready for it. I'm still not sure who knocked out all the bugs. Was it Luffy or was it Bonnie? Or was it the fucking laser? I'm not sure. Oda didn't show it for a reason, so we shall see. And Oda included this scene for a reason. So, like, either Bonnie might be a conqueror. Like, that might be what Oda's trying to show us. That's not a throwaway panel. That's there for a reason. Like, I don't think that's tech. I think this is a Conqueror's hockey display. And if it was Luffy, he would show it. I think he'd show it if it was Luffy, because there's no reason to not show Luffy using Conqueror's hockey. So I think this might be Bonnie. I think Bonnie might be a conqueror. I think this is what Oda is trying to tell us. We shall see. But this is a fucking amazing chapter. Then, so shout out to King of Lightning. His theory about Vegapunk being upset that it's a pink dragon instead of a blue dragon was correct. It's pretty cool that the Straw Hats know where the captain, Jinbei, and Chopper is. And that CB0's pulling up. And Kuma's ready. He's moving. Kuma's like, nah, man. I've been a slave for far too long, man. Kuma is ready. So like the question is, where does Kuma want to go? Like, so like, does Kuma want to go back to the Holy Lands to fight? Does he want to look for Sabo? Does he want to look for Bonnie? So like, I'm curious to see what direction does Kuma want to take them, because there's a lot of different directions the Revolutionary can go. Like, where is Sabo? We gotta find Sabo because he's the chief of staff. You kind of gotta find him. His daughter is out there somewhere. The motherfuckers that held him captive are still out there. There's many different places Kuma could go with this. So I'm pretty hyped for what's happening. This Egghead Island arc has been pretty dope so far. Every chapter's been hitting. I'm loving the interactions with the different Vegapunks. The Vegapunk complex is one of the greatest characters Oda has made. All 7 of them are pretty cool. I like this so far. Again, Lucy shouldn't be able to fight Luffy. I hope we don't go in that direction. But I can't wait to see where we're going next with this. So let me know what you think about the chapter in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends. Peace out. Manga After Dark out.